Hello everyone and thank you for tuning in. So I was inspired by other YouTubers or their videos reviewing and unboxing their resin Maquette figures and etc. And me being a collector, having a few resins and collectibles of my own, and also me being a comic fan and also celebrating the 21 years of the animated series Justice League that premiered on Cartoon Network back in 2001, and also the 20th anniversary of these two Maquettes here. Today I'm going to be doing a video reviewing two full-size scale Justice League Maquette of Superman and Batman. These two were both released back in 2002, which make them 20 years old, and I just gotten both of these recently on eBay. And I remember seeing these as a kid in stores, so I'm really happy I gotten them 2 decades later. These are limited Maquettes, but I'm sure you can find tons of them on eBay, including with the other characters of Justice League. So as I mentioned before, I remember seeing these in stores, which I believe at Toys R Us, I believe. Yeah, I believe at Toys R Us, back then because I remember they were like in a certain display cabinet where it was locked, and you had to get an employee to open it because I think any figure that was a resin or a maquette or a special value type material at that time, it had to be separate from any other toy figures on shelves because some were fragile, and you know how kids or people like to grab things and play or test it, and they may accidentally break it. So looking at the retail price, yeah, okay, yeah, I definitely remember they was at Toys R Us. It was I think. Yeah, okay. Either way, I remember them that time being a toy. It was being sold at stores, just based on looking at the retail price on the box. But I definitely remember these as being sold at Toys R Us. I don't know if they were being sold anywhere else, but I know for a fact I seen these at that store at that time. So let's get into it. As you can see on the box and the sculpture is art itself, these are based on the Justice League animated show that ran on Cartoon Network at that time in the early thousands. If you guys don't know, the show and characters were made and produced by Bruce Timm or Timverse, which I say, in my opinion, the best universe in DC Comics. Now, remind you, these were made and released in 2002, which these are both 20 years old. 20 years old. Now, in my opinion, I say they look like they were made and released in 2009 or 2010. But no, they were released in 2002. So the fact they were being sold at these times with such good quality is so amazing. So I'm going to start off with Superman here. So we got Superman here. Sorry, don't see. I want to start off with the box first. As you can see, the retail price at that time was 89.95. This other was getting sold in Canada, but I got this in the US. Hand printed cold cast. This was a limited 3.5. So this is the limit. This is the 3,500 edition. So I love that low Cartoon Network. If you can see it well. Like I said, sorry I don't got a good quality camera. It's the other side of the box. Yeah, these are cold. These are the cold cast Maquettes, so you already know they are very valuable. So yeah, I remember they had to get locked up in a certain display cabinet. This is the back of the box with all the other Justice League characters, like I mentioned before. You can find them in. This is made from DC Direct. It stands okay. Yes, it said a Superman sculptor by Karen. I forgot what the other artist. It stands about 9 tall. It's 4 wide. Oh, it's the top of the cool box. Love that picture logo of it. Such a classic. So yeah, this is Superman here. Such amazing sculpture. Like I said, I'm sorry I don't got the good quality where you can show it slowly up close to the maquette. So this is how far I'm going to go with it. I'm going to show it like a slow, good motion. You can see it. So like I said, that's the front of the maquette. Superman's classic shield logo on his chest. The side of it. It's the back of it. Sure you get a good view. Love it, man. It's such a beautiful art scale sculpture. It looked just like he just came out of the show or comics of Justice League. This is the bottom of it. So this is the out of this is the 3,600. I forgot whatever the name of it. Out of the whole other the limit. This was released back in 2002. It don't matter to me, as long as I got it. And you can see on the bottom, I love that logo. When you first see the logo of it on the opening of the show or on the comics when it's getting promoted anywhere. Remind this is the Justice League first show. That's not the Justice League Unlimited. Though it's still the same base sculpture, but it's the same thing. Now I want to point. Oh, I want to point out something on this. As you can see on the painting, I'm gonna show you. Now you can see on the painting, it's still very good down pat, but it's one little slightly difference on it. Now from the show or comics, if you look on his trunks, shorts, brief pants, or whatever you want to call it, you see on there it was a bit more shaded red. On this is bright red, which is nothing totally wrong with that. It's still his traditional outfit colors. It's still the same color from the show and comics. Somewhat depends on the artist who make his brief shaded or not. The reason I want to point that out because if you look at the Diamond Select Justice League Superman resin that was released in 2020, you will see they had the colors on that resin like the actual color set from the show or comics. Now I know or think resin and Maquette are two different materials, or whatever. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. And I know it's unfair to compare a 2002 Maquette to a 2020 resin, but I'm not really making a big deal out of it. I just want to point that out. It still looks amazing. The sculpture looks exactly like it came out of the comics cartoon series. So I really, really, really love. And to be honest, I prefer this than the Diamond Select resin to Superman 2020. Though I still may get it because I'm still a Superman fanatic. So that's the Justice League full size scale Superman. Now let's do Batman Maquette. Oh, okay. Now before I start, it's very important I have to say this. Now before I start, I want to give my quick tribute and condolence. The DC comic world, or comic world, and the world in general. Pretty sure everybody, just not only the comic, just saying the world in general. We took us such a heartbreak and sad loss. Early this month, Kevin Conroy, who was the voice of Bruce Wayne and Batman for certain games, films, and shows that we know of, passed away from cancer. It was such a sad news, man. I'm still grieving over it. It's really unbelievable because even previous before his death, every time I look at a picture of a Bruce Timm Batman or the Arkham Batman or just a general Batman that I see in stores or anywhere, all I could think and hear of is the voice of Kevin Conroy voicing him. So it's just really sad to hear that news of his passing, man. It's just really devastating. Like I said, I know there's supposed to be some more. I don't know how DC or any other games gonna, like I said, there's been other successful Batman games and things that came out, but we all know that Kevin Conroy was very noticeable, known to to voice Batman, especially when it comes to the Arkham game. So I don't know how. Like I said, still other good voice actors that play his voice, a Batman voice, but I don't know. But like I said, rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. He forever will be my best Bruce Wayne and Batman. So here's the full size skills of Batman. I'm gonna show off the box first. See, same thing. To let me get this out the way. Similar to Superman's. You can see this is the out of the 8,500 edition of the Maquettes. Like I said, these are limited. The side of the box. This is the same thing from the back. This one stands about 914 tall, 9 wide. Right. This is the top. So let's do Batman here. Fucking awesome, man. Very awesome. So I should take a picture. I'm gonna show it later. I'm gonna take a picture of it. If anyone's gonna tune in to this video, I can show you a bright version of it, how it looks. It's like I said, same thing. It's all just different color. It's the same color, but just more black painted on. I'm gonna tell you the comparison in a moment. What's the difference about this? So I said, hope y'all got a good view of it. Like I said, sorry I don't have that quality camera where all the other resins, present their statues or maquettes up close. Like I said, I'm gonna plan to get that soon in the future. So I'm giving you just the most camera time I can for this maquette. Like I said, you can find these on eBay if you want to get it for yourself and see how it looks. You can see the full print on the box, how it looks. This is the bottom of it too. I can't see it well. So sorry, I got a shitty quality camera. But yeah, that's the Batman. Such awesome, man. It's really awesome. A little fragile there a little bit. Just to save your time, what's inside the Batman box? What's inside the Batman box? It's the same thing inside the Superman box. So you'll get the same thing. I don't think I've showed you what's inside. Basically, you get like a form that comes with it. Nothing too big deal of it. So you're gonna get basically I don't know if I showed that in an earlier video here, but just to save moments. Save your time. If I didn't, I did not. I just want to show you that. So it's the same thing inside the side. I'm pretty sure it could be, other different. When you get other characters of it, it'll be the same thing. So just want to show that out for a second, just to save time. So you get the same thing. Now, like I mentioned before, now the difference with this painting on this maquette, on the show and comics, you will see on there they have blue reflections, colors on the top of in the inside of his cape, and also on his brief pants or whatever you want to call it. On the maquette, you see they just painted all black. If you look on the Diamond Select 2020 Justice League Batman Resin statue that just released 2 years ago, you see they have the color reflection on his cape and on his briefs like he just came out of the comics or the show. But no big deal, like I said, the color on this maquette is still accurate from the show and comic of the series. The likeness as well, and I still love it. So it's a fucking A plus grade okay with me. So that's the Batman full-size scale maquette. These are the full-size scale Justice League maquette of Batman and Superman that were released from 20 years ago, 2002. You can find these on eBay like I did. And just to give you a heads up, the sellers on there that charging the prices for these maquettes are a trip. I understand these are limited and somewhat rare, but I actually got lucky and paid less than the retail price on the box of these from the sellers who sold these to me. So just giving you a heads up, you may find some sellers selling the Justice League maquette high or medium cheap. There are other Justice League characters, like I showed you on the back of the box, maquettes you can find too, and they also have the mini Justice League maquette characters too. I believe it's it is an Aquaman of it too, but I don't know if it's a full size scale of it. This is how close I'm going to find. Also, I want to throw in a little fun bonus. I was looking at a Kevin Conroy video of him doing cameo requests for fans on YouTube, and on that video, if you look behind him, you see he owned a full size scale Justice League Superman maquette, including one other recognizable Justice League full-size scale maquette. He mentioned in the video as well. You can watch and find the full video on YouTube when you type his name on there of him doing cameos. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to follow me on my social media accounts, the links are in the description below. So thank you. Have a good day, and I will see you soon.